AB3 Anime, welcome back to my channel. I know, you've been wondering where I've been. Yo, so the last time I posted a video, I told you guys my son had to have surgery. He did, everything's good. He had to have two, so everything's fine on our end. But after that, we then found out that the house I'm currently in has been sold. So we have to actually move again, which is actually taking up all of our time. So we had to find another place to move to kind of immediately. So that's why I haven't been posting anything. Shout out to my brother Eric. Thank you so much for posting stuff on the channel. All the Apex videos are Eric, all the gaming videos are Eric, so he is awesome. Thank you so much, because I haven't been able to do any of this stuff. I've seen some of you guys' comments, and again, I apologize. I haven't been able to get to them. But just a quick couple I want to shout out real quick. Shout out to Ro. I know you always comment. Thank you for being patient. I'm back. We're going to make more videos. Shout out to Yuki the Snowman. I met this dude at Anime Expo. Super cool dude. Sorry I won't see you there this year. If you go to Anime NYC this year, hit your boy up. That'll be my big convention this year. And I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Dude makes vlogs, informational videos, all kinds of stuff. So shout out to YouTube. We're here because I had someone comment, and I do apologize. I can't remember your name at the moment. I'm not doing a lot of editing. As you guys see, I'm not in the studio area anymore. Again, I'm moving. So a lot of the things I would normally do, the setup isn't the same right now. If you hear an echo in the background, I'm sorry. It's what comes with it. Now, where I am moving, I will have another room that I can set up as a studio, which is cool. But for today, the comment the gentleman left was, yo, how much does it cost to go to Anime Expo? Like, really, like, what am I looking at to spend to go to this convention? So I said, fuck it. Let's break this down. So we got a screen. We got a calculator. We're going to actually come up with a number you need to go to Anime Expo. And if you have been before, feel free to comment down below. Share your thoughts on this. Share other things that I may have missed, because there are so many things that are involved with this. But if dude wants a real number, bro, we gonna take 10, 20 minutes. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but we gonna put together a number real quick so that he knows how much it costs. Let's start with the basics. The basic is you're going to Anime Expo. You need a ticket, okay? Register for access. First and foremost, you need a ticket. Now, things have changed. There is no premiere badge, therefore I won't include this in that video. RIP the premiere badge, man. Hopefully they bring that back next convention, so that's one reason I'm not tripping that I can't go this year, but hopefully they bring it back next year. This year, 4-day ticket. When I say this, get your 4-day ticket now, it is because, one, the ticket tier does go up and it does cost more. I think that 165 is going to be the max this year, but here's the problem. Once these tickets sell out, they are then resold by other people on Reddit, on the Discord, people you meet on the street. They are reselling these tickets at 2 or 3 times the value. Buy your ticket now. So let's start right there, okay? To go to Anime Expo, you need a ticket. Could we go with single day tickets? Let me take a comment that someone else said in another video. If you know for sure that there's a chance, because sometimes you got work situations. If you know, hey, I'm gonna buy a ticket for Friday because I'm off, but Saturday I don't know if I'll make it, but I might be able to, so maybe I'll get a 1-day. No. If you think you're going more than 1 day, buy more than 1 day ticket, okay? 2 tickets for Anime Expo for 2 days for just Saturday and Sunday is $180. A 4-day ticket is $165. If you have any inclination that you will be going more than 1 day, buy that ticket, okay? So we at $165, all right? What we got to do next? We got to go back because you got your ticket. We at $165. You need a room, bro. At the end of the day, you also need a room. Now, there are 2 ways to get a room. Airbnb, 3, I guess. Airbnb, roommate, get the room by yourself. If you are like me, I get the room by myself. I don't do the whole roommate situation. Most roommate situations will usually run you somewhere between $250 and $400. We're creating a number based on you're going to the convention, you're getting your own room, or if you have a group with you, you guys are going to have this room and you want to know the total of what you be looking at for the room. So we are going to plan this trip. We click the plan the trip category, accommodations. All the room rates are listed for the different hotels, okay? We don't have to actually create a number, all right? We're going with the bare basics. A close hotel, we're gonna take the average cost. So the closest hotels are the Courtyard Marriott, which is right at LA Live. The Residence Inn, also right at LA Live. So we're about $220 right now. East Central's $229. So we're gonna stick with the 220 number. And JW's $238. Ritz is $300. We not doing the Ritz. So we'll stick with those three because they're generally the closest ones. So if you're looking to try to stay somewhere super close, you're looking at about $225 a night, okay? 4 days worth of convention. Most people who want the full convention experience come in a day ahead of time. So while this is only, I guess it's, what is it, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? So it is a 4-day convention, but technically you'll be staying 1, 2, 3, 4 nights, okay? So we got 165. I'm gonna clear this out, make this a little bit easier. So we're gonna go with 225 to be safe, times 4, and we're gonna add in the 165, okay? You got $1,065, all right? Now, what people don't tell you is 90% of these hotels have room deposits. On the high end, you're looking at somewhere around $400 for a room deposit. I hope it's not that much everywhere. Marriott is supposed to be $250, but we stayed at the residence, it was $400, bro. So, to give you the best number, I'm going to add in the $400 room deposit. If it's a little lower, that's great. Factor that in as your taxes. So you're looking at $400 for the room deposit. That's a 1. Okay. And just in case, to be safe, I'm going to add in another $100 for taxes. If that is wrong, cool. But just in case, we're going to add in another $100 for taxes. And you're looking at this number going, bro, what are you talking about? That's a lot. Fam, this is ticket and room plus your deposit. Remember, you'll get your room deposit back. Okay, so that $400 does come back to you off of this total. So if you want to say, hey, the room deposit is going to come back to me, we're at $1,165 without the room deposit. Okay, that's where you're at between ticket, hotel room. Now, on to this stuff that actually takes all of your money, because these are just the basic necessities to go to the convention, and they can actually be divided up some kind of way. Your ticket is your own, you got to buy that yourself. Your room, you can split that with other people, you can break that up some way, okay? But $1,565 is what we have for those basics. Now to the hard parts, all right? There are 3 main things you need to figure out before you go to Anime Expo. The first is spending budget. Now, when we go to Anime Expo, I have a food budget and then I have a spending budget. They are 2 completely separate budgets that you need to think about, okay? A lot of people want to make sure they can spend the most on figures and gifts and all kinds of things. Cool. Food is expensive in LA, bro. On average, you're going to spend $20 on every meal. If you are a breakfast, lunch, dinner person, you're looking at about $60 a day, not including snacks. If you're just a lunch and dinner person, $60 a day because you probably gonna buy snacks and drinks. So to be safe, budget yourself somewhere around $60 to $70 in food. Again, I'm doing everything on the high end to make sure you get a very accurate number of what you need to do. So we're gonna say 4 days worth of food. I don't really want to say 4 days, but if you come in Thursday, you're gonna eat Thursday at some point, and even on the even if you this year is Friday. If you come in Friday, you're gonna eat at some point, and by Tuesday you'll still have to eat at something. So we're gonna say 4 days minimum of food. So we're gonna go 4 times 7 is what, 28? So $280 is what we're gonna do for food, fam. We're 1845. Now, your actual spending on figures and stuff, that is not a necessity. That is not something that anyone can tell you to do. That is a number you have to pick out with yourself. If I had to say, you can I would say comfortably 300. I mean, most people can get by with 100 or 2. I buy gifts for everyone while I'm there. I also like to bring something home for myself. I collect chopsticks from the conventions I go to, which is kind of corny, but it's what I do. So for I would say 300 to be safe. 300 will buy you figures, t-shirts, chopsticks, posters. It'll buy you all kinds of things, hats, gloves. 300 will buy you anything you want at the convention, okay? But that would be your spending money for those items. Again, that 300 would be separate from your food money, okay? We're at 1845 if we're talking food money, all right? But he said, well, can I realistically expect to spend? I'm going to tell you, 300, most of you are like, yo, I'm not spending $300 at the anime convention. Bruh, when you walk into that dealer's hall, it's different, okay? Exhibition hall is different in Anime Expo, bro. I'm talking about, you probably won't even go to every booth. You will not see every booth that's there. It's that big, okay? But you'll buy a ton of stuff and not even realize it. So to be safe, we're going to add in another 300 for your spending budget on just random things. Here's something people forget about. If you're like me and you're flying in, this is where the flight and travel comes in. I fly into LAX. I then have to take an Uber from LAX to the hotel. I then have to take an Uber from the hotel back to LAX. Once you're in LA live, once you get to one of those hotels in that area, you're set. You don't really need an Uber or Lyft for anything else. You can get to all the parties by walking. You can get to all the food places by walking. You can literally get around the area. All the stores are right there in walking distance. So there's no need to Uber anywhere else. But to get from hotel to airport and airport to hotel on a busy Saturday, you're probably looking at somewhere between $30 and $45. So just to be safe, we're gonna say that this Uber is gonna cost you $38. But it's gonna cost you $38 to the hotel. It's gonna cost you $38 to the airport. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. We're at $2,221, okay? This is where the expense shit actually gets stupid. Flights are unpredictable. This is why I have Expedia up, because personally I have no idea what a flight will cost you. Here's the situation with airports. You need to go to the biggest major airport near you. Do not go to just the closest airport because it's probably not the biggest one. If you have a major airport within 2.5 to 3 hours, that sounds crazy. Sounds like a lot to drive, but it may benefit you. Me personally, there are 3 airports near me. Norfolk, Richmond, and Williamsburg, but Williamsburg is small. Norfolk is international, but it's kind of small. Richmond's the biggest major airport near me. Richmond for me is the same distance as Raleigh, North Carolina. So because of that, I usually pick between the two. I hate driving to Raleigh because I can't speed all the way there. There's so many different speed limits up and down, so I try not to go there. I usually price between Richmond and Raleigh. Now, the next convention I go to, we're probably just gonna fly to Norfolk, mainly because I don't wanna drive 3 hours if I don't have to. But if I could save a lot of money, I will. So, just for example, I'm gonna leave out of Norfolk, okay, just to show you guys. And I'm going to LAX, and convention dates are July 1st, which means you would come in before the convention, so that would be that Friday. Check out on that Tuesday, which is the 4th. All right, so this is what the price would be if I flew out of Norfolk. I know, XP is taking its time. Yo, by the way, have y'all been watching this Campfire Cooking in Another World thing? That intro and outro has no business being that good. Anyway, I said that because I got it on my TV in the other room right now. All right, so just to show you guys, this is what it would cost me to fly to Norfolk at this point. Okay, now flights go up and down. One of the things I noticed that Yuki the Snowman, aka Ben Snow, commented was that he bought his flight back at the beginning of winter. Good job, bro. That's exactly how you want to do this. The earlier you buy your flight, the cheaper, okay? The closer you get to the date, flights usually go up. Now, my understanding is they're trying to put something out and some Congress stuff, we ain't gonna get into it, to try to lower the cost of flights. But currently speaking, 508 is the lowest ticket cost for your boy. And at that point, I would actually leave at 7:59 p.m. that Thursday and not get to LA until 1 a.m. Okay? That's trash. Because especially this year, Anime Expo, you probably need to line up at 5 a.m. at the latest to get in at a decent time. So that ticket's trash. Now, I show you guys this cost to show you this. Normally, and again, it's unpredictable, but normally Richmond and Raleigh are cheaper for me. Now, the reason I say normally is because you also have to factor in, you have to put in gas to get there. But for me, these two airports, because they're major airports, are usually cheaper. So we're gonna look at Richmond first. Richmond is the same cost right now. But this same flight right here that was 12 to 7:30, that same time window in Norfolk was $750, okay? That's the price difference. I would save $200 for a better time and have more time to spend in LA, have time to eat, unpack, get situated. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for how early can I get to LA and give myself the best prep time for the next day. So I hate to use this number right now, but just giving or taking, it's usually going to cost you somewhere between about $400. I think he even commented that one of his friends was about to pay $400. So we're going to check Raleigh just in case. Because again, I always check to see these numbers. This is what you need to do. And usually do this on a private browser. I know you already watch your hentai on a private browser, but that is not what we need this for. You use a private browser because normal browsers save your history. Expedia notices you looking at these tickets. Based on your history, they will continuously show you the same price over and over again. If you use a private browser, it will be a fresh price every time. So in my case, even Raleigh is expensive right now. But look at that time. For that same $650, if I left at $755, I'd be in LA at 10 a.m., have my entire day to do whatever I wanted to do, get situated. Me and Jesus went to the smoke store. No, I don't smoke, but he does. It's cool. But we went there. We had time. So it's just a time thing. So I'm not going to say $650 because I'm hoping you guys will pay attention to what just happened and see those prices and buy your ticket early, okay? So we're going to factor in that your plane ticket will probably cost you somewhere between $250 and $400. To be safe, we're going to say $400 for your plane ticket. And that is round trip, not one way. Okay, this is a round trip ticket. We're looking at about $400 for your round trip ticket. All right, so that takes care of food, spending, hotel, Anime Expo ticket, Uber cost, and plane ticket. Oh, what they don't tell you about the plane, you have to check a bag, okay? Even if you only take one bag, you have to check that thing. That thing's like $50 one way. So it's $50 to LA, $50 back. So let's add on that. It's $100. I mean, this is these are expenses that you guys want to know about. Is there anything else I can think of? I know some people are going to comment down below with some other things I missed, which is what I want. I want you guys to comment and let other people know, hey, this is a realistic number. I always tell people, you have a year to save for this convention, okay? So I'm trying to add these numbers in here, and then I'm going to show you guys why. All right, so let's see. Anything else I can think of off the top of my head that legit you really need to factor in? We got Ubers, plane ticket, we got back and forth for that, food, drink, snacks, whatever. That's all included in that 60. Event tickets. Damn. Yeah. So some parties and events are not done by not done by Anime Expo. So there may be parties done by an outside vendor at the convention. These are things that a lot of people attend because they want to hang out with each other. I could leave this off the list because it's not something you necessarily need to do. But I will say a lot more of the events and parties that are really cool and fun are going to cost you money. So we're going to add in this $60 because they're usually going to cost you about $30 either way to go. So we're at $27.81. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that would really need to be in this list. And it's killing me because I know there's something. But for the most part, I think that's it. Now, this does not include your alcohol. That's not a necessity. That's some shit you can do on your side. That's some side hustle stuff. You want to do that, you do that. Drinks in LA are expensive. I'm talking about like $14 for a Long Island iced tea, $15 for just a screwdriver. Like, they're expensive, okay? So just a heads up on that. But again, if you go to these parties, they're not too bad. Everybody has alcohol. It's cool. So $27.81 is the number we have landed on. Now, because $27.81 is a hard number to remember, we're going to go ahead and say $3,000. $3,000 is what a realistic Anime Expo takes. And I hate to say it, that is about right. $3,000 is about right, okay? $2,500 to $3,000 is, I think, what most people would actually be comfortable saying their entire AX spending trip cost them. That's a lot when you look at that number up front. But remember, your ticket is purchased before you go to the convention, so you have months in between. Your flight should be purchased months in advance of the convention, so you have time in between. The only thing you're realistically paying for when you get there is probably that $1,400 to $1,600 between, what was it, $1,025 and then the $400 or whatever I said. I think it was $1,125 and then the $400. Okay, something like that. You're basically, I'm hitting all kinds of numbers right now. That $1,500 is basically the only thing you have to pay when you get there. And again, you get your deposit back. So whatever the deposit portion of that is, you get that money back. So that's the only thing you really have to have as a lump sum when you get there. The reason most of us don't think AX is that expensive is because one, it's broken down over time, and two, you have plenty of time to save. Let me show you something really simple. This is the easiest way to say how you are saving for AX. Bro, McDonald's, Wendy's, whatever, cost you $10 a day. McDonald's, Subway, Wendy's, some drink you ate at, Everyone spends a random $10 a day on some bullshit that they don't need. Everyone does, myself included. It's $10 a day. AX ends on July 4th, and it's not coming again till next July. You literally have 365 days. If you don't spend that $10 for 365 days, you just save $10 a day. Not 20, not 50, not 100, not anything crazy. $10 a day. It's $3,650. Convention pays for itself if you save $10 a day. That is more money than you will ever have to worry about. That's like living AX balled out for the week. Okay? That's really what that is. It's what it is. Just good money for the week. Even if you go, hey, yo, Aaron, I don't think I can do that much money. Cool, fam. You don't want to do $10 a day. $10 a day is $70 a week. You want to go, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll put away $40 a week. $40 at the end of the week, I'll save that. Bro, there are 52 weeks in the year before Anime Expo. It's $2,000. $2,000 pays for hotel, flight, and your ticket. All three are covered in that $2,000. You just need your spending money at that point. So there are ways to save for this convention. Is it expensive? Yes. If you're a baller and you go, hey, I'm gonna put away $100 a week, it's my goal for 52 weeks. One, bro, good job. Two, it's $5,000. You could live like a king at AX for $5,000. Have waifus just popping up everywhere. There are ways to simplify this, okay? So realistically, you're looking at $3,000 when everything's said and done, when everything is broke down. That's how much you're realistically looking at spending for Anime Expo. While that does seem expensive, remember, out of every anime convention in North America, this thing has everything. And there's no other way to say it. You want Japanese voice actors? Anime Expo. English voice actors? Anime Expo. You want classes on how to do these things, how to get into anime, how to get into the artist side of it, how to create a manga, how to do voice actor work. Anime Expo. You want the most exclusive figures you can buy that have not been released to the public yet. Anime Expo. You want your first look of anime that you won't be able to see for another year. You want announcements for the newest animes, the new movies. You want announcements for new mangas and stuff. Anime Expo. So while this does add up to be a kind of high number, one, you can save to get to that number, and two, bro, it's worth it. Okay? If I hadn't gone multiple times, I would tell you, no, bro, it's definitely worth it. Okay? You will have a blast when you get there. And if you got any questions, man, join the AX Discord, comment down below on my YouTube channel. I'll answer what I can. And if I can't, I have enough friends and people who went to Anime Expo that will comment down there on your question and try to answer it as well. Thank you guys for being here again. More videos coming soon. I move in 2 weeks, okay? I will barely be posting over the next 2 weeks. I will try to post if I can. After this 2 weeks is done, your boy will be posting every day, okay? I just gotta get moved again. Unfortunately, it kind of threw everything out, and I'm hating ripping this studio I just set up apart. But when I move again, I'll have a new studio room, and we'll have time to make viral videos. Thank you guys for being here. We're almost at 400 subscribers. You guys have kept this channel alive without me even being here, and I really appreciate that. Hopefully, we get to this 1,000, we can get monetized, I can get sponsors, and all that great stuff. I've even connected with some people from AX. I think they're hoping I can get sponsors so they can help me with some stuff, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. See you in the next video.